So apparently, Big Balls has been exposed. Let's see him.
Here's the interview with Elon Musk and the rest of the DOGE crew. We finally asked the one question on our mind. Who's Big Balls?
It's me.
That should be obvious.
Why do they call you Big Balls?
I just said it as my LinkedIn username.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Well,
There he is. Yep. Everybody was reporting on him, having opinions on him, everything like that. Yep. There he is. And he's right there at the White House. This guy is the executioner of these fucking federal government 20-year bad performance garbage employees. He is their reckoning.
people on LinkedIn take themselves like super seriously.
Yeah.
And they're pretty adverse to risk.
Exactly. You want to know who takes themselves super seriously? A bunch of tone policing Karens. A bunch of annoying, obnoxious, tone policing Karens that complain about everything. That age is over. We are sick of those annoying fucking people ruining our fun.
And I was like, well, I want to be neither of those things.
Yeah.
So I said it, and honestly, I didn't even think anyone would notice.
And you can see, by the way, it is a total fucking sausage fest. It is all guys. This is the age of the chuds. That's right. We're here. Right now. We don't have to think about it. We don't have to hope for it. It's happened.
Yeah.
So what do you
LinkedIn
do?
is so cringe.
And the best part about this now is that guys can finally make stupid jokes like this, and it doesn't matter anymore. Oh, I'm so glad.
What does Big Balls do?
Right now, I'm working on some payment computer stuff. So one of our initiatives is to root out fraud and waste.
Yeah.
And to do that, we started looking at the payment computers. And as mentioned earlier, like there is no accounting of what payments actually go to in the payment
Why?
computer. So like you look at a specific line item, like $20 million, and you're like, okay, well, what is this money going to? And for the majority of payment systems, it's like, well, we don't really know. And
Yeah, they're like, what?
In my opinion, I think that if you don't really know where that payment went to, can you at least figure out who made the payment and who authorized it, and then audit that person and their close friends? Because that's what you should do. You should pull their tax returns and figure out where that money's going. Because I think you can reverse engineer this. Great idea. Seems simple enough. Yeah, I mean, as I said, they could pay me, bro. Any scam, any bullshit for like, there's some of the new ones that I don't know, but I know the guys that do know them. And so I could figure it out.
That would be the response.
Is this the most basic responses?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the most common response.
What do you say when people just say, I don't know?
well, it's a huge cause for concern because like the upstream thing, which is distributing the money, literally has no checks and no accountability to the actual American taxpayer. So it's a huge vector for fraud, waste, and abuse.
Do these people not respect taxpayer money?
Bro, Jesse's asking like, bro, this is the most leading question that I've ever seen in my entire life.
I mean, there's no incentive to if you work in the government. I think the incentives will always decide the outcomes.
Yes.
Do you guys feel like you're putting yourself at risk by doing this because you're
100%.
stirring up
He's right.
so much hostility by these people ripping us off?
100%.
Yeah, of course.
Well, we don't need to speculate about that. You can see online in the protests.
It's a bunch of hoes mad. No, you can see that immediately. It's so easy to find out.
But they make that very clear. I mean, I've been hanged in effigy many times.
Yes.
And there have been people that have actively advocated at these violent protests for my death, and have also advocated for the death of
they would have all...
the people at DOGE.
Exactly. Yeah, he was going to say it. Yeah, they dox them. They spread around their information. They were doing everything. And keep in mind, There is only one reason to spread a person's personal information. It's to make them afraid for their life that somebody might take that information and act on it in a way that could directly jeopardize their life. That's the reason why. That's the only reason for doing it. It's to intimidate and theoretically put somebody's life in danger.
I think the young folks of us have gotten hate mail, threats from reporters and the public alike. I think, speaking for myself, I dropped.
Post them. Post them. If you've received a threat from a reporter, post it. Show it.
Out of Harvard and came here to serve my country, and it's been unfortunate to see,
And by the way, not only would I post it, I'd audit the reporter. I would. Why are you so unhappy about this money being discovered? Well, let's find out.
lost friendships. Most of campus hates me now. But I think fundamentally, I hope people realize through conversations like this that reform is genuinely needed. And
the DOGE member dropped out of Harvard.
If there's one, I think this is important to say, if there's one group of people who really have a shot of success, it's the people here. They're up until 2 a.m., Monday through Sunday. DOGE does not recognize weekends. We're working all the time.
What inspired you to drop out of Harvard to do this?
Because you've grown up your entire life just like every other kid, and you've seen your entire country be sold out for foreign interests, foreign wars, and foreign companies. And you're finally fucking tired of it. And you're a goddamn American, and it's time to start acting like it. That's why.
There's a lot of reform that's needed. I think the value of this and the impact here is so much more vast than anything you could learn in a classroom doing computer science.
It's a good point, too.
And you guys are sleeping here, I'm hearing.
Yeah, sure.
You guys are up all night. You have this meeting at 10 o'clock every Wednesday?
We'll probably go back to work right after this.
Yeah.
You're going back to work after this?
Yes.
Right.
It's almost 11 o'clock.
So that's early.
It's early? Can I go to bed?
Yeah, I mean, bro, were you never in, college? Yeah, 11 o'clock is early. Yeah, these guys probably go to bed at, 4 or 5 in the morning. They sleep till noon. They get up. They probably DoorDash McDonald's to the White House, and then they keep going. That's what you do. Yeah.
It's an incredible work ethic. You guys should be really, really proud of yourself. Do good people come up to you and say thank you for doing what you're doing?
Absolutely. There are people in the State Department that will stop you, or all of the agencies that we've been to, that'll stop you in the hallways or write emails and say, I was scared to write this, or I don't know if you're interested in this. But they usually have great ideas. And if they often have the best ideas because they've worked in the places and they've been stifled by the bureaucracy for so many years. So one of the great things that, at least in my experience, and we listen to them and empower them.
So yes, in fact, I'd like to emphasize that because we'd like to just give a big thank you to all the government employees who are helping reduce the waste and fraud, because this is, we really couldn't do it without you. So
it's a group effort.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm not trying to sort of say all government employees are bad. That's absolutely not the case. It's just that, there actually just does need to be a serious effort to reduce the waste and fraud. And we're just making that happen. And a lot of people in the government are very glad to see it happen.
I think it's really important.
You've got to imagine the complete Karen annihilation of finding out that a bunch of basically crazy chud teenagers are now working at the government and they're shutting everything down. Bro, this is a total federal government worker Karen. This is a total rapture for them. Yeah, this is their worst nightmare. Yeah, the frat bros just coming to shut them fucking down.
To recognize every single person around this table that's embedded within an agency is supporting that agency, whether they're working on systems or working through people. we are encountering droves of government employees who are missionaries, not mercenaries, who are...
Yeah, that's definitely true. DOGE literally cut my summer school program I was going to teach at. I agree that there is waste, but what the fuck is designing education to low social and economic students do and giving them equal opportunities? The reason why a lot of things get shut down isn't necessarily because of what they are. It's how they're appropriated and what that appropriation is. And so, like, if you have a system and the system has a good function, but it's being utilized in a bad way, you still have a bad system that needs to be shut down. And so that's the difference. There is going to be collateral damage and goods, and there are things that are good intentioned but done badly. And of course they're going to shut them down, because doing them badly is also a misuse of taxpayer money. You can't just say that, well, we had a good system, there's like some good that this does, so it justifies a, you know, basically blank check of money. No.
actually here serving because they believe in what they're doing. They want to do things well. We are trying to empower them, and they feel empowered now to ask the question of why? Why aren't we doing this? What else can we be doing? How can we fix this? And I think agency by agency, it is filled with exceptional government employees, right? And when we give them the tools, when we give them the systems, and we leave behind systems to help them do their jobs better, that's the permanent change, right? And they're embracing that, not because it's new to them, it's because it's something they've always wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly.
But for the first time ever, we're giving them the tools and the collaboration to be able to do that.
Baldy's cooking.
It's a very important message. Yeah. That message needs to get out a lot more. I'm so glad you said that.
Yep.
We have exceptional people at all of our agencies.
Very true.
Exceptional. I mean, they do a thankless job
the
and
P
they work
stands for
incredibly hard.
True.
I love to hear how collaborative it is with these people in these agencies, and it's not all conflict. Sometimes in the media, you always hear about conflict, and you guys are considered these ruthless suits that come in and scare people. But it's
Conflict is the exception. There is conflict, but that is the exception.
Conflict is normal. Like, this isn't, again, this is more Karen alarmism. Of course there's conflict. Duh. No shit.
That's actually true of history in general. People study the wars a lot, but actually most of the time there wasn't war.
it's just not as exciting.
It's just not as exciting.
Right.
Exactly.
Well, for the TV guys, we like conflict, but in this case, we love the collaboration. So thank you guys. Thanks for allowing me this access in here.
All right, in other news, 100 days of President Donald Trump's second term means 100 days of Elon Musk and his effort to eliminate wasteful government spending.
So Rich Edson is live outside the White House with more on DOGE and just how much it has saved the American taxpayer and what its future looks like, Rich.
Yeah, that's right, Brian Ainsley and Lawrence. The Department of Government Efficiency and Elon Musk say they've already saved billions of dollars for U.S. taxpayers, $160 billion, according to the department, which breaks down to about $1,000 a taxpayer. Ways to go, though, to the $2 trillion Musk initially targeted. DOGE has slashed federal programs, employees, and entire departments.
Is DOGE just getting started? This is a long-term enterprise.
Please.
It's a long-term enterprise because if we take our eye off the ball, the waste and fraud will come roaring back.
That's the thing. I learned this about roaches. You got to cut them in half, and even then sometimes half of them ends up back on there. You throw them in half and you throw them in a garbage can, one of those halves is coming out of the garbage can. You got to throw the whole bag away.
They can doge when Democrats get back in power.
We're trying to have it be such that the funding is removed, so the grants are gone. So there's a lot of work required to restart the waste and fraud.
Musk's special government employees.
Because, like, you know, Elon is also a systems exploiter, right? Like, that's one thing about Elon, Donald Trump, and, like, you know, even George Soros. These people are expert systems exploiters. And so they know how to stop other people from doing it. Opportunist? Yeah. Bernie Madoff? Yep. System exploiter.
status is scheduled to end May 30th. He also says he's going to be spending more time at Tesla. Democrats want him out now. They accuse DOGE of overinflating savings, cutting vital government services, research, and foreign aid. Yesterday, Vice President J.D. Vance toured a steel factory in South Carolina, where he said the Trump administration's first 100 days marks the golden age of American manufacturing.
Isn't it so weird to actually just see him? It almost feels like that's not him.
And also oil production.
Now, to me, that marker means a lot of things for the state of South Carolina. It means a lot of things for this plan. It means a lot of things for America. Number one, 100 days means energy dominance. We have started drill, baby, drilling. It means cheaper gas, and it means America that is self-reliant.
As for President Trump, after that address last night at the University of Alabama, he is spending the weekend at Mar-a-Lago. Back to you.
Yep, so they're not going anywhere. It's just their leader's going to go back to one of his full-time jobs. Going to probably be there 1 or 2 days. Thanks, Rich. He's going to be there 1 or 2 days a week. They did bring up that one of the things that DOGE has done is their actions have led to the layoff of 283,172 job cuts. That is half.
That's a good start. It's a really good start. You guys are doing great, but you got to up those numbers.
Of all the job cuts in the country, but it was always been the intent to thin out and lean out the federal workforce,
Gotta
which is
prune the trees.
2.3 million people. Many of them took buyouts.
Yeah, to get paid through September. If you took that deal, you had to sign up, what was it, the beginning of February, and then you were paid through September. Many of those people left and got other jobs, so they're getting 2 paychecks now.
Well, I'm concerned really about if a new House comes in during the midterm.
They need to start arresting people, otherwise it's just performative. Oh no, I'm very much a Old Testament kind of guy. Oh yeah. Like I am the arrest them, lock them up, charge them with treason if possible. Especially for like some of those judges that are like keeping gang members in their house and helping them. Like I want them charged for treason. Like I would go all the way.
Terms or a new Senate.
Back to basics. Yep.
In 4 years,
you gotta set an example. Yeah, like people say, "Oh, that's horrible. That's horrible." I say, "Bro, we just getting started. You think this is bad?" They're still trying to play nice.
I feel like they're just going to put all this stuff put in place. So I'm just curious, when they do this big, beautiful bill, if they can put some guardrails in place where they can't just reallocate all this stupid spending on all this nonsense, wasteful gender studies nonsense.
That's why elections have consequences. That's why if you...
They need to not think about that. They need to think about ways to delegitimize and expose the amount of corruption in the people that are against them to a degree that it totally destroys and hamstrings their movement so they don't get reelected, period. Like, stop thinking about cooking the books and start making sure that you're writing the pages of the future. That's the way I see it. They won't do it. That's what they need to do. If they want to keep winning, they have to show crucifixions. Not literally. I probably not. But they have to show it. It's a dumb take. No, it's not. It's not. Because they have, like, the people in the future government, you know how Trump just ignores the Supreme Court and does whatever the fuck he wants? That's what they'll do, too. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what rules you put down. They'll just ignore the rules. That's the truth.
vote conservatives, this is what you get. If you don't like it, then you vote the other way. But Elon did say he put into place safeguards so that doesn't happen. When you take away...
I'm going to start timing people out that call women that are blonde snow bunnies. Just because a girl is a snow bunny and she's blonde, that doesn't... Sorry, just because she's white and blonde, that doesn't make her a snow bunny. I'm so fucking sick of this. Fucking stop it. That's not what it means. That's never what it's meant. It's fucking annoying. Anyway,
A contract. In order to get another contract, you have to fill out all the paperwork. It takes time. So it would take a long time to get back to where we were originally. But you mentioned in the first hour the Iron Mountain limestone mine. It's this mine that's about an hour outside of Pittsburgh, and it's where retirement forms, folders, all the documents from people who work in federal government services when they retire. It takes about 6 months for that retirement to go through because all this paperwork is done by hand. It's stored in manila envelopes, cardboard boxes.
It's done by hand? Really? That sounds like a bad process.
And there are 10,000 applications per month, so it takes a long time to go through everybody's files. But there are a lot of people that work at the mine. There's 700 plus people that operate 230 feet underground. So if they do close down this mine and make it all on computers, then to make it quicker, your retirement quicker, those people do stand to lose their jobs. So maybe we could train them to do the computer system.
So it's already happening electronically.
Exactly.
And this can't be reversed. No one would want to. Here's what DOGE has done with the mines, and this is their game plan to modernize retiring and getting Social Security.
Yeah, so basically, if anybody doesn't know, the reason why only a certain amount of people can retire from the federal government per year is basically because the government can only process so many retirements per year. It's because all of this paperwork is stored in an underground mine, and it's in all of these different file folders. That's right. Yep. It's right there. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard of? No, it's not. That's the dumbest thing you've ever heard of so far. I can guarantee you this is not the worst.
If somebody wants to retire, they can't because it takes 6 months to compile the paper and carry the paper into a mine where it is stored.
It's like a joke. Really, it's like a joke.
And also, all the calculations are done by
Fucking
hand.
ridiculous.
Everything has
In
to be
2025.
reconciled, adjudicated. This is thicker than the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yeah.
And if I had to process,
We are in good hands. Oh boy. Yep, that's all I need to hear. Yep, we're good. Everything is totally fine. We're going to be safe. I feel safe again? Yep.
trilogy. Yeah. And if I had to process this, I would rather do my taxes in the dark than have to go through this.
Yeah.
And so what we're doing is we're bringing this process online with modern software. And I'm excited to share that as of tonight, we have 25 retirees going through an entirely online retirement process.
Wow.
In the government for the very first time.
What?
It sounds so simple.
Yes, and it's great
You can
collaboration
do
with
that?
retirement services inside OPM. So this has always been their dream, and we're just here to help accelerate it.
90s, right? It sounds like something we'd be talking about in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like, this is our first, we have computers,
And
and we
all
have
the
the first 25 people retiring.
rediscovering
all the people that are complaining
computers.
about DOGE in Congress,
Why
they
is
didn't
that?
try to fix this. Obama didn't try to fix this. Joe Biden didn't try to fix this. All of them could have fixed this only because of Elon Musk and DOGE and Donald Trump. This is getting
But it's
fixed.
indisputable the gains that they've made. It's indisputable that now if you're going to want to get money from the government, you have to write what you're actually getting it for.
Yep,
and be
everything's
accountable
computer.
after you get paid.
Get ready
this
for
is
it.
certain things with systems, nothing to do with jobs, that are just gains.
And that
just
young man
pluses.
that went to the mines, he showed you that thick stack of one person's retirement. That's one person.
Right.
Jesus.
I'm Steve Ducey.
How the
I'm Brian
fuck do
Kilmeade.
you do
And I'm
that?
Ainsley.
Oh my God. Is that the full interview? No, it's not. There's more of it. We're going to watch more of it tomorrow. So, but this is the first part of it that I wanted to watch today because it's the shorter version and I thought it would be really funny. So, Big Balls has been revealed. So, we have not only, so let's just get this straight. We have a, what do you call it? We have, let me make sure I get all this straight. We have a guy come in here who's named Big Balls and make a joke about it. It's all guys in here. They're talking about like all this government bullshit. A Lord of the Rings joke is made. Everybody's laughing. Guys, I'm thinking we're back. I'm thinking that we are back in a big way. And it feels good. You're goddamn fucking right. Oh, man, we're never leaving again? Yeah, this is a total Karen apocalypse. We're done. Just need WoW to come back. We voted for this. I wish if I had known this shit was going to happen, I would have voted for Trump. I'll tell you that. I am so happy with all this. I am thrilled. Yeah, there it is, boys. And the boys are back in town. Yep, that's right. Well, anyway, I told my dad I'd be over at his house at 8:30, and it's 8:31, so he's probably about to be pissed. So, peace. See ya.